Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie Fusari, and I am the TheatreFest chair. I would like to welcome you all to night two of round one of TheatreFest. Absolutely. So, what you guys will see here is a reader's theater. So the actors will stand up and sit down as they exit and enter the scene, and they will just be reading from the script from these music stands. This is really for the writer and for you guys to be able to understand the story. After the show, we will be doing a talkback with the writer and director so that you guys have the opportunity to ask them a couple questions. We have some really great shows for you tonight. And I'm very, very happy and proud to say that we were able to complete all rehearsals following the COVID guidelines. Masks on at all times, socially distant, and temperature checks at the door at every rehearsal. So I'm very happy that we were able to put these shows up and get this done. But without further ado, our first show is Filled, written by Jack Ferreira, directed by Morgan Fitzpatrick, and stage managed by Sage Lavoie.
Lights up. The kitchen includes a fridge, a cabinet, two countertops, a table with 4 chairs. Howard, Ashley, Mary, and Richard enter. They are in formal attire. Ashley stops and checks her phone. Howard sits at the table. Richard puts his car keys on the counter, undoes his tie, and exits. Ashley exits. Mary puts a large book on the counter and joins Howard at the table.
I never realized Grandma had so much stuff, you know? I get that she was famous, but that was a lot.
Well, she worked very hard for it. She wanted the best for all of us.
I know, but it's just... I can't believe she's gone. It's going to take forever to divide everything up.
Oh, don't worry about all that. Her legal team will take care of it all.
Just the thought of other people touching her money feels weird.
But they aren't other people. We know them, and we can trust them. But I don't want you thinking about that now. Let me get you something to eat.
Don't waste your time.
Then how are you going to get better? You've had trouble eating since it's happened. You need to have something.
Nothing will ever be as good as her cooking. Everything tastes like shit now. Why even bother?
Because you know that's not true. You didn't leave the will reading empty-handed. I mean, you got her master cookbook. And the only copy, too. I don't know why she'd leave it to you, but with it you can make all her famous treats. It's like she'll be right there with you.
That's easy for you to say. She's up there and we're still here. How's it going to be anything like before?
Because she gave you her life's work. She never wanted other people to know about the secrets inside that book. Consider yourself lucky. She left them for you and you alone.
I guess. But what am I going to do? I don't know how I'm going to replicate her. How could I? She made everything with so much love whenever I was in a bad mood.
She always knew how to make you happy.
No one was as supportive as her. Even when she was in the hospital, she always had a smile with a positive attitude. I don't think I have that much left anymore.
Yes, you do. You have a loving family right in front of you. Plus, you have a lot of supportive friends at school.
Yeah, but it just won't be the same. You know, I still can't forget the time I spent the whole week studying for that history test. I thought I was a failure when I couldn't even focus for 5 minutes. But when Grandma found out, she wanted to help. She'd give me some of her famous cupcakes and cookies every time I did a good job. And then when I got an A, she gave me a meal fit for a king. It was like she served up the entire menu of one of her restaurants.
I know this is hard for everyone, but that's what life is about. And trust me, if no one died, then the world would be a pretty crowded place. Now I gotta change out of this dress.
Can we watch a movie later or something? I haven't seen you in a while.
Maybe later. Your father and I have a lot of calls to make.
Okay.
Mary exits. After a few moments, Howard gets up and walks over to the cookbook. He picks it up and looks at it. Lights out. Lights up. Nighttime. Howard is in more comfortable clothes. He stands in front of the stove. On the stove is a small silver pot. Both counters are filled with ingredients. He stirs the pot with a wooden spoon.
And after adding in your mixed vegetables and meats, stir for at least 5 minutes. I did both those things. It should be ready.
He continues to stir.
This is fucking ridiculous!
In a hurry, Howard hides everything. After looking around, he grabs a pot and carefully exits with it. Mary and Richard enter, each holding a bunch of papers. They sit down at the table and spread out the papers.
It was her choice, Mary, not yours.
$50 million, Richard. We are about to miss out on $50 million! And why do they have to wait until the kids turn 30? The estate will spend most of it by then. Not to mention the ridiculous yearly allowance. Thank God they don't know how much they're getting.
At least she gave you her house. I have to deal with her hundreds of restaurants, as if my current job wasn't already enough.
I want more, Richard.
You already have enough, Mary. Is our family not that valuable to you?
That's besides the point. Don't you remember when you first met my mother?
What about that?
She would always disapprove of everything. You saw how she was, with the this and the that and all that stupid crap. And when the business took off, where was I in the picture? Why, she was annoying as hell.
Why would that matter now? That was a long time ago.
I don't care. She needs to pay for what she did. Literally.
You know what the will said.
I know. That's why we're gonna do something about it. Got an idea. How much money do we have in the bank?
Last time we checked, it was almost $1 million.
What if we bribe him?
The executor? Are you crazy? What if he says no?
Just try another plan.
Another plan, my ass. You know what? Maybe I should have listened to that counselor's advice and... What are you guys talking about?
Oh, just trying to figure out how to pay the bills.
Did you guys figure out dinner?
Yeah, everyone ordered for Uber Eats.
Oh, from where?
One of Grandma's restaurants.
Did you get me anything?
I think we forgot sweet.
Richard and Mary begin to organize the papers on the table.
What do you mean you forgot?
Some of Grandma's stuff got in the way. Speaking of which, oh my God, look at the time. Richard, we gotta go.
Go where?
Your father and I are spending the night at Grandma's house. Then we need to do some legal stuff there. Ashley's in charge until we get back.
Richard and Mary exit, taking the papers with them. After waiting a few moments, Howard exits. He then re-enters, carrying the pot and places it on the stove. He then goes to the cabinet and grabs a bowl, a regular spoon, and a serving spoon.
Let's hope I made it correctly.
He makes himself a serving.
Here goes nothing.
He gives it a try.
Oh my God!
He has another taste.
This is better than I remember!
He drinks the bowl.
Good thing there's more!
He drinks the whole pot.
I gotta have more food!
He runs to the fridge and grabs 2 bags of cold cuts and an apple. First, he rips open the bag and wraps the meat around the apple. Then he takes a few big bites before putting it down.
Oh, it's all so good!
He goes back to the fridge and takes out a large bottle of juice. He chugs it. After putting it away, he runs to the cabinet and carries a handful of snacks to the table. Fruit snacks, applesauce, cookies, and cheese puffs. He eats almost all of it.
But why does it feel so good?
Lights out. In darkness, the sound of a microwave goes off. Lights up. The next day, Howard's clothes are covered in stains. The back counters and floor are completely covered with unhealthy snacks. The trash can is filled to the top. He opens the microwave and pulls out a plate of chicken nuggets. He sits down at the table and shovels them into his mouth. Ashley enters, watching her step as she heads to the table to sit down.
You're still eating, Howard?
Yes, I'm still eating. It's to help fill the void. And when I think about it, it's kind of like my medicine. And it feels so good.
Okay, I'm starting to worry about all this. If you don't clean up after yourself, Mom and Dad are gonna freak out.
Forget them. I don't see the problem. And besides, they rarely talk to us anyway. They're just busy with Grandma's estate.
What are you going to do when there's no more food?
I'll just get some more. What else would I do?
How are you going to do that if they take away the car?
I'll just get delivery.
But how are you going to pay for it all?
I'll just use my yearly allowance.
The estate will watch how you spend your money, you know.
They wouldn't understand. Nobody would.
Finishing the chicken nuggets, Howard goes to grab a bag of potato chips. From the cabinet, he goes back to the table and opens the bag and eats.
Look, I get you miss Grandma, but she wouldn't like to see you like this either.
Suddenly, you know how she'd feel and react? What are you, a psychic?
No, but I'm your sister and I care about you.
Oh, you care, all right.
Howard heads to the fridge, but Ashley stops him before he can open it.
I do. Just look at you. You're becoming a mess. And if you keep up like this, you'll put your health at risk.
What's your point?
You need to stop stuffing your face.
But what if I can't? Or choose not to? And why should I? I don't see anything wrong with this.
Howard walks away from the fridge.
I mean, what's not to love about food? It's almost impossible to get bored with all of the combinations. The ripeness of the fruit, the nutrition of the vegetables, the sweetness of wheat, and the richness of dairy. Oh, but the meats? Oh my god, the meats? Grandma's special meat, I made Grandma's special meat recipe and vegetable soup. You know, I wish she made more meat products. They would sell like hotcakes. Maybe Dad can make that happen now. Oh, I would be in heaven. So, remind me, why is all this bad?
Because there are other things that can help you.
Like what?
Ashley walks up to Howard.
How about exercising often? I can do with you to boost your confidence.
What's in it for me?
Well, how about every time you reach a goal, you get a reward?
Now I'm interested.
Really?
Yep. How about I start with a quick dash?
Howard rushes for the fridge and tries to get more food. Ashley tries to stop him. They fight and make a big mess.
Damn it! I almost had it!
I'm trying to help you.
Since when? You never help!
Howard exits. Ashley takes out her phone and dials. She walks downstage right, lights go out, and a single spotlight shines on her. Another spotlight shines downstage left. Mary enters wearing sunglasses and stands in the light.
Yeah, take that down. Reminds me too much of her. We're gonna put that over there. Oh, and the landscaper's gonna have to do the lawn all over again.
Mom?
Oh, hi, sweetie. You caught me at a bad time. I'm at your grandmother's house. We need to decide what to do with it.
Where's Dad?
He's in the private office. He's having a big meeting with the restaurant managers.
We need to talk.
About what, sweetie?
Howard.
Oh, I'm sure your brother's fine.
No, he's not, Mom. He's like a food vacuum.
We can afford that. No problem.
Seriously?
Hold on a second. No, don't put that there. That's where the...
Mom!
What? What do you want me to do, Ashley? He's your brother.
Yeah, but you're his mom.
Then what are you gonna do about him?
We are going to sit down and intervene about this. You should see the house. The kitchen has become Howard's personal trash can. We are almost out of food.
That's fine. I just hired the new maid. He'll clean it up.
Maybe so, but as soon as he runs out of stuff to eat, he'll use it as yearly allowance.
What? When did he say that?
Just now.
Oh, okay. We'll be home soon. How do you want to do this?
Don't worry, I'll text you.
Mary exits. Both spotlights disappear and lights go back to normal.
Hey, Howard. Want to go to Burger King? I got some coupons.
Howard enters quickly.
Yes, I love Burger King.
Yeah, think of it like a dinner party appetizer.
Dinner party?
I'll explain in the car, but we need to hurry or the coupons will expire. Then we can eat at the park. It'll be my treat.
Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's get going.
They exit. Lights out. Lights out. A few hours later, Mary and Richard are sitting at the table. Mary's looking at her phone, while Richard is looking through a pile of papers while on the phone.
Again, that policy is still in effect. I don't know, I'll come up with something later. Maybe a memorial menu or something. All right, but I have to go. I'll send out a memo. Thank you, goodbye.
He hangs up and looks at Mary.
I don't get why we have to leave. Things were going great at the house.
If I were you, I'd be worried about Howard right now.
Why? We were working. Now 24 people are at our future house waiting for us to come back.
Is that really what you care about right now? Look at the kitchen.
I told you, the maid will take care of it.
You're unbelievable. And even after seeing our house like this, you're still in some sort of stubborn denial.
No, you're unbelievable. This could have waited. Besides, remember the plan?
With an attitude like that, I'm not so sure about it anymore. In fact, you can go to hell for all I care.
They hear the sound of a door opening.
We're back.
Howard and Ashley enter. Howard is holding Burger King bags.
What kind of dinner party is this?
This isn't a dinner party. This is an intervention.
Howard tries to exit, but Ashley and Richard stop him.
Sit down, we need to have a talk.
Howard, Ashley, and Richard sit down at the table. Mary hardly pays attention.
What is this crap?
We're not going to make this short and sweet, Howard. You need to stop.
Yeah, you can put your health at risk.
You can get diabetes or heart disease even.
And whenever I encourage you to exercise, you just ignore me.
What do you want to do with your life? What would Grandma say?
She'd say stop ruining our plans.
Plans? What plans?
You'll find out soon, right, Richard?
Actually, no. You're selfish. You know that, Mary? Look at Howard. I bet you knew that he was developing something, but all you care about is your mother. And unlike you, I care about helping our son.
Oh, that's fucking original.
Excuse me?
You really think that you know what Grandma would say about all this? You don't! Because you don't know her and understand her like I do. All these years, you're more focused on her as a goddamn ATM and not as a person.
Now calm down, Howard. You're talking nonsense.
Shut up! You know what kind of family this is? Oh, I know. The kind of family that only cares about getting more. Hold that thought.
Howard exits.
Let me show you the one thing that might have made all of this better for once. Come on. I'll put it here somewhere. Where is it? Come on. Bingo.
He re-enters holding the cookbook and slams it on the table.
This one fucking thing that nobody expected to get. Every time she would come over, you would bug her non-stop about what she was going to do with all of her stuff. Never once did you ask, "Oh, how was your day? Do you ever get tired of your work? You should come around more often." No! It was all, "Can I get some more money? Can I stay at your house again? Can I be the manager of one of your restaurants?" Disgusting! And you guys really think that I have a problem? Now I don't know why she would give me this. But I bet it was for the right reason. And let me tell you something. Eating all this food has made me feel better than I've been in months. Better than the times I was at her house. Even better than the times she respected me when no one else would do it for her. And believe it or not, even better than the goddamn chemotherapy.
Howard throws stuff off the cabinet in the fridge. Then he throws everything off the counters and kicks the trash can.
So is this really not that important? Is this what you want?
Everyone looks at each other. Mary starts to cry.
Oh God, what have I done? I'm a terrible mother.
Yeah, you are.
Howard!
No, Ashley. Your brother is right. I am terrible.
Mary,
No, Richard, let me talk. You're all guilty. This fucking book ruined everything.
Stop!
No!
Mary grabs the book and starts ripping pages. Howard rips the book out of her hands and pushes her to the ground. He tosses the book over to the counter.
That's it. I'm calling the police. You can enjoy the food there.
Mary takes out her phone, but before she can use it, Richard rips it from her hands and throws it off stage. Mary attacks Richard. Ashley and Howard break it up, but Richard falls to the ground. Now Ashley and Howard are fighting with Mary. Richard gets up and breaks up their fight.
everyone stop right now! Look, we may all agree to disagree, but we're still a family. Mary, we can work with you. But Howard, you need help.
What are you going to do?
Rehab.
Rehab?
Yes, we will search all over to find the perfect way to help you.
But what if I don't like it? What if it doesn't work?
What could happen at rehab? It won't work right away anyway. It will take time, but as long as I have my brother back, that's all I care about. But at least do it for Grandma.
If it'll make her happy up there, then I'll do it for her. But only if Mom promises to be more responsible.
Mary exchanges a look with everyone, then approaches Howard.
Howard, I don't know what came over me. I'm so sorry.
Well, I don't know what to say, Mom. It's going to take some time to get to that point, but I know we can do it.
Group hug. After a few moments, Howard looks around, acting as if something else was there.
What's wrong, sweetie?
I don't know.
Lights out. Lights up. A few weeks later, the kitchen is clean and the trash can is empty. Ashley, Richard, and Mary stand next to the table.
Where is he? The driver said he'd be back by 5, but it's almost 6.
Don't worry, he's almost here.
Just be patient.
I'm so excited to see him.
So nervous.
Me too.
But cheer up, it'll be good to see him again.
That Dr. Chesson is a miracle worker.
But was it worth it?
Ashley checks her phone.
We're about to find out.
We see some lights indicating a car pulling up. We hear the sound of a car door opening and closing. The lights reverse. A door opens and closes. Howard enters.
Hey, everyone.
Howard hugs Ashley and Richard. Mary steps back.
Welcome back, little brother.
Hi, Big Sis.
It's good to see you, son.
It's great to be back.
He walks over to Mary.
Hi, Mom.
They hug.
I'm so happy to see you again. I'm sorry for everything.
Mom, it's okay. We're getting there.
How was it over there?
It felt like a business trip.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of fun, actually, but your calls did help.
What did you do in between sessions?
I just watched TV and played on my laptop. My room had a great view, so it was pretty entertaining to see everyone look like ants from up so high.
Well, it's great to see you back to yourself. But we have a surprise for you.
A surprise?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Mary exits.
What's this about?
While you were gone, we were speaking with Grandma's estate.
We were working on something almost the entire time.
And you'll jump for joy when you see it.
He re-enters holding something behind her back. She shows the cookbook to Howard.
You!
She underwent a tough fight to get the book fixed.
Grandma was super strict about her recipes.
And it's my way of saying sorry.
I don't know what to say. Thank you!
He hugs Mary.
Now that that's settled, it's time to get one more thing out of the way.
One more thing? What is it?
Your father and I talked a lot while you were away. And what happened a while back was a bad point for both of us. We weren't ourselves, but that's no excuse for what we've been doing before she died. So, after going through everything, we decided on something that's better for everyone. We're getting a divorce.
Like, for real?
Yes.
Your mother and I have been talking with the estate, and we've come to an agreement. In exchange for the house, I give her a piece of the restaurant profits. We leave for the house next week.
I think I need a moment.
Howard sits at the table.
We don't need to discuss everything else now. How about you spend some time with your sister? We'll be in the other room.
Mary puts the book on the counter. Then she and Richard exit. Ashley sits at the table.
You don't need to be upset, Howard.
But I can't stop thinking about it. Did I have something to do with that?
Of course not. It was their choice. It has nothing to do with you.
But why did things have to get worse after they got better?
I don't know. Why did Grandma give you her book?
I don't know.
Exactly. Sometimes we don't know why things happen, but they do, for a reason.
I just don't get it sometimes.
It's not like she's leaving the picture forever. Like you said, things will take time.
Yes, they will.
But cheer up. You're back home. Hey, why don't we go for a walk in the park? And then we can run around it. And then after that, we can get something as a reward.
That's not a bad idea. Where's the park again?
It's just down the street. Hold on. Let me grab my things.
Ashley exits. Howard gets up from the table and heads to the counter. He cleans the book and leans it against the kitchen wall. Ashley re-enters.
You know, it was hard to let it go.
But hey, you made it. That's what matters.
What do you think Grandma's up to?
She probably opened up another location exclusively in heaven for all the souls in there.
Probably. And since it's heaven, it must be the best food ever.
I bet she takes time out of her day just to see you.
I hope she remembers our time together. I could go on about how amazing she was. She always knew what I wanted.
She would be so proud of all your progress. And I'm so happy to see you again, little brother.
They hug.
But hey, now why don't we lift our spirits with that walk? Race you to the starting line.
You're on.
Howard and Ashley exit. Spotlight on Grandma's master cookbook on the counter. Lights out. End of play.
Alrighty, I'd like to welcome out the writer, Jack Ferrer, and the director, Morgan Fitzpatrick.
Hello.
Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns about filling?
What was your inspiration for the show, Jack?
It's not really based on a personal story. It's just something that I came up with about a year ago. I thought of grandmas being stereotyped as good cooks would make up a good story. So over the course of the year, I've been developing it, and I'm really proud of how it turned out.
Anything else from the audience?
All right, so I really liked the show and thought it was really well done. And I wanted to know if his addiction to eating was like a euphemism for like drug abuse or anything.
Could you repeat that? We couldn't really hear.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. I wanted to know if his addiction to eating was like a euphemism for like drug abuse or something.
I never actually thought of that. No.
Do you guys have any questions for the audience?
Well, I was just wondering if you guys thought the dialogue was natural sounding. Like, did it flow naturally? Okay, good. And did the storyline progress naturally, do you think? All right, cool.
One more.
Oh no, yeah, I was just saying that I really loved the progression throughout the entire story. Very well written play.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much. That was filling. This next show is called Get Stuffed, written by Selena Barnes and directed by Mayar Chaki and stage managed by Isabel Cavalieri.
Scene 1. The lights open on a small shop. Wall to wall are various animals frozen in mid-action. There are two women talking, one a young woman, Louise Edwards, who is behind the store counter intently taking notes. The other woman, much older, Miss Boylan, about her 60s, describes her pet.
And he was always such a good boy. Always ate his food, came when he was called. I mean, just genuinely a life companion. Well, I hoped. I just miss him so much. Sir Reginald, Mama misses you.
Louise whips around the table and hands Sandra a Kleenex.
Oh, I'm sure he knows. And I'm sure he misses you too. I felt the same way about Hugh here when he first passed.
Louise gestures to the taxidermied rabbit next to her on the counter.
Oh, thank you, dear. So you think you can help me?
Absolutely. I've done a few pet rabbits in my time. Sir, Reginald, he should be no different.
But he was different. We were in love. Well, Sir Reginald was in love with me, but I've been hurt by too many parrots before. I even saw that toucan Sam making eyes at me when I was in the Stop and Shop the other day. Of course, he was a toucan, but...
That sounds like a great story, Miss Boylan, but unfortunately, if I'm going to do good work on Sir Reginald, I have to work quickly and right away, so...
At this point, Louise picks up all of Miss Boylan's stuff and politely but forcefully pushes her out the door and locks it. She then goes back to the counter excitedly. While cleaning up her notes, she accidentally knocks over Hugh. As she picks him back up, it is now a cute puppet with the same features as before.
Hey, watch it. I'm not some cat with 9 lives, you know.
I know, I'm sorry. It was an accident. I just can't wait for you to see her. She came out really well, Hugh. I think this might be the best one yet. I worked for hours on her eyes. They were always such a nice, bright blue, and they crinkled so warmly when she smiled.
Well, I'm excited too. It was my idea anyway.
You're right. Aw, heck. I'm too excited to wait. Come on, I'll show you right now.
Scene 2. The lights are dim until Louise booms in a thick Dr. Frankenstein-esque accent.
Q, pull this switch.
Nothing happens.
Q?
What?
Can you please pull the light switch?
Okay. First of all, I really appreciate saying please, because demanding it like that, incredibly disrespectful.
Totally right. My bad. Super sorry.
Second of all, I'm a stuffed fucking rabbit. I can't move.
Yeah, no, yup, my B. Once again, I got it.
There's a sound of footsteps, and then the lights on the stage turn on. There's a large table in the middle of the stage with a blanket covering some of it.
Wait, I'm confused. Why put the blanket on there? You already did the lights, and we both know what's going to be there, but I'm so glad you like the theatrics. See, it was going to be a compliment. You just had to let me finish.
Anyway,
Louise rips the blanket off.
Hey, wait a second. I don't remember opening her mouth.
Ah! She can talk! Kill her!
No, she's already dead. I think. Marianne? Louise, how could you do this to me? You were such a sweet girl. We were friends.
That's why she had to do it. Don't get all preachy on us. This isn't our first time. You were planning on leaving Louise, weren't you? Just like everyone else?
Hold on, not the first time. Louise, you've done this before? How many times? I'm not sure.
17. She's done this 17 times. What? It's true. I'm a rabbit, not a liar.
But Louise, this is wrong. You must know that.
Oh, come on. Knock it off, Mother Teresa.
You got something to say, Bugs Bunny?
That is so funny. You think all rabbits look the same?
Enough! I'm going to go get a cup of coffee.
You don't even like coffee.
Well, now I do.
Louise storms off stage. Scene 3. The setting is now a mostly empty, modern-looking coffee place. The walls are covered in fairy lights and amateur paintings, all of which have a for sale sign underneath them. There's a man sitting on the far end of the coffee shop glued to his computer. There's another man behind the counter just cleaning. There's a large menu above the counter, and while reading it, Louise immediately becomes overwhelmed. The barista, Ezra, looks at Louise with mild humor before he speaks to her.
Hi, welcome to Deja Brew. What can I get started for you today?
Hi, I'd like,
May I make a suggestion? Well, since fall is just about here, the pumpkin spice latte is very popular. You want to try that?
Sure. Thank you.
You're lucky. A lot of people come in specifically for this one, so I had it practically ready.
There's a heart on top. Is that for me?
Of course. Now try it. Tell me what you think.
With a shy smile, Louise takes a sip, and within a few seconds, violently gags and spits it out. She really hates coffee after all. Ezra laughs so hard he has to grab the counter to steady himself.
I'm so sorry. I just really hate coffee. You did great, I'm sure. Please, let me pay extra.
Don't apologize. Anything you have today is officially on the house. I think I know exactly what you like now.
After a few more seconds, Ezra whips around again with a cup identical to the first one. Louise cautiously takes a sip and visibly relaxes at the taste.
Oh my god, that's delicious. What is it?
It's butterscotch hot chocolate, my own personal recipe. Come here.
Louise leans in as Ezra motions for her to come closer.
The secret is chocolate shavings, not powder. My name's Ezra, by the way.
I'm Louise Edwards. I work at the taxidermy shop on 14th and Slate. Get stuff.
Oh yeah, I know the place. That's so interesting. I don't know much about it, but I can't imagine how hard it is to, work with dead bodies.
Well, not that hard. They're dead, so it's not like they can judge you. Oh, sorry, taxidermy humor.
No, I get it. It's like your language. I feel the same way about my coffee jokes. My friend John here never laughs.
Because they're not funny.
Everyone's a critic.
Louise softly smiles at Ezra for a few seconds, then snaps back to reality.
I'm so sorry. I have to run, but I'll definitely be back.
Please do. It was really nice meeting you, Louise.
You too, Ezra. Bye, John.
After Louise leaves, Ezra sits next to John, who refuses to acknowledge him. Ezra sighs loudly before speaking.
What's the problem?
My friend, John, blah, blah, blah. Friend? And not to mention, you were very friendly, weren't you?
Come on. I'm just trying to get tips. She was a customer. Besides, you'll know I only have eyes for one person.
Oh? And who might that be?
The Honorable Detective Fletcher. And I do declare he has swept me off my feet.
Ezra starts to get up, but John pulls him quickly down for a kiss on the cheek. Ezra grins and does an embarrassing giggle. He then goes back to the counter. They both continue working as before, both with a smile on their faces, until John asks,
Did you get, I don't know, a vibe from her?
John, I just told you I'm not interested.
No, that's not what I meant. Like a creepy vibe. And what did she say her name was again?
No. I think she's nice enough. A little socially awkward, maybe. But nice. And Louise Edwards, I think. I think I want to see your store. I don't know, I'm kind of curious.
John begins working again without saying anything, so Ezra does the same. Scene 4. Louise walks in the door, and after she closes it, she leans her back on it, closes her eyes, and smiles. She dreamily walks to the back and groans when she sees Mary Ann and Hugh fighting.
Thank God you're here. Get him away from me. I'm tired of arguing with a rabbit whose name sounds like something a child came up with.
Mr. Huggy Wuggy Sprinkles III was something a child came up with, you dumb, ugly fart face. Not my best.
Yeah, really not. Do you need a second?
No, I mean, frankly, I'm embarrassed. Don't get me wrong, I still hate you with the passion a warrior feels, coursing through their veins as they look into their soul of their enemy. But, like, that was a weak comeback. Louise, would you mind taking me into the other room? I need some space.
Louise picks up Hugh, and they cross into the other room. Louise puts Hugh in his normal spot on the counter.
So you were gone for a while. How was the coffee?
Oh, Hugh, I think I met someone. His name is Ezra. He's a barista. And I think we're in love. I've never felt like this before. I mean, I know we just met, but how long did Romeo and Juliet know each other?
Ew, bad example.
What? Why?
Which part? The fact that they both commit suicide, or the fact that they're literally children?
Thanks. I was really excited, and you just had to bring me right down. Whatever. I'm going to go figure out what's up with Mary Ann.
Louise gets up with Hugh yelling after her.
Hey, come on, I'm sorry. You could be like Tony and Maria. Louise, I've just met a girl named, oh wait, shit. Someone dies in that too. Damn it. You could be like Jack and Rose. Wait, god damn it.
Louise walks to the back room and closes the door behind her. She sets a chair down next to Mary Ann. Louise looks visibly uncomfortable.
So, you can talk. Not very often that a dead person talks. Also not very often that a male woman is murdered and stuffed. Touche. Do it. It's okay if you don't know why you can talk. Do you know why you kill people? Or why you let Hugh talk you into killing? Then there you go. I just can't. I'm here. But really, why do you do all of this? Did it start with Hugh? Hugh wasn't always Hugh. When I was a little kid, Hugh was Mr. Huggy Wuggy Cutie Sprinkles III. When he died, my grandfather had him stuffed. I was very close with my grandfather. My parents were killed in a tragic accident. They were running with scissors. Unfortunately, they were near a cliff and accidentally ran right off. Immediately, a piano fell on them. Then they were both struck by lightning 13 times, respectively. Then, of course, they both died of food poisoning from some bad salmon the night before. But my grandfather took great care of me. We used to watch old movies together. He taught me to crochet and cook. I really loved him. But when he passed away, I was at school. Nobody even told me he passed. I came home from school one day and he just wasn't there. Something about that. It changed me. I didn't want to lose anybody like that again. The same day I found out about my grandfather was the same day Hugh started speaking to me. Do you think he'd like this? What you're doing? What? I mean, no. I guess not. But what does that matter? He's gone. I'll never see him again.
Louise, we don't need to have people physically here to love them. And know that they love us. When you were away from your grandfather in school, he still loved you, right? And you still loved him. No matter where he is right now, he still loves you, and he always will. All of the people you took care of would have still loved you.
I didn't like it. In the beginning, I didn't like doing this to people. I was afraid I was hurting them, and I swear that's the last thing I want to do. But Hugh, he reassured me. He insisted they were going to leave me, just like my parents and my grandfather.
I think you should turn yourself in.
Louise jumps out of her seat.
What?
You need to come clean. I'm sorry, but you need to do what's right. You need to stop doing this. The families deserve to know what happened to their loved ones, just like you deserve to know about your grandfather.
I can't. I won't. That would mean I did something wrong, and I haven't. Hugh wouldn't let me do it if it was that bad.
Louise.
There is a sudden bell, meaning someone just entered the shop.
I need to go. See who that is.
Much to Louise's surprise, when she opens the doors, Louise sees Ezra looking around the shop at different animals. Scene 5. Ezra has his back to Louise while he's looking at the animals.
Hi. Ezra, right?
Hi, yeah. I closed early. It was a slow day anyway. But I really wanted to come check out your place. So, you did all this? Every single one of them?
Well, yeah. You don't think it's, I don't know, weird? Creepy even?
No. It's like, how do I explain it? Oh, have you ever been to, like, a museum? Well, my favorite part was the animals that went extinct. Mammoths, dodo birds. But my favorite were the dinosaurs, and it was, for me, breathtaking when they were reconstructed. It was like I was looking at this thing that existed millions of years ago, just frozen in time. Is that what it's like for you? Doing all this?
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I just knew that we clicked.
Me too. Like, we have this sort of connection. I felt it right away.
Us, creative types. We're always a little bit out of the box. I tried to get John to come with me, but he said he was finishing up some work. You know, typical detective mumbo-jumbo. But then he tried to stop by.
Oh, he's your friend, right? The one on the computer?
Yeah. Well, he's my boyfriend. He was very upset that I undersold him last time.
But, boyfriend?
Yep. We've been together for about 10 months. In fact, we've almost survived a year.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thanks. Listen, I've got to run, but let's hang out. And make sure to be nice to John if he manages to pull himself from his computer, okay?
I will. Take care.
Ezra walks out of the store. Louise hurriedly locks the front door. Louise then begins to breathe rapidly before bursting into tears. She sits and leans against the door as she continues to cry.
Hey, listen, kiddo, that's rough. I'm sorry about that.
I thought he loved me, Hugh. How could I be so stupid? And he lied, Hugh. He told me John was a friend. How could he do this to me?
Listen, you love him, don't you?
I don't know.
You do. I can tell. You're practically screaming it in your voice. I know you better than you know yourself. You're too emotional.
What?
Can you hear yourself? You're too emotional. You let him get too close to you because you're too sensitive. There's only one way he won't leave you.
I don't want to. Marianne said...
Marianne? Marianne? Do you hear yourself? She tried to leave you. She doesn't know you like I know you. I know you better than you know yourself. And you want this. I know you do. You said so just a little while ago. You said you saw a future with him. Here. Just like Romeo and Juliet lived together. In death.
I said that?
You did. I was surprised, but you know, I'm always here to support you.
Oh, thank you, Hugh. You really are my only friend.
As Louise goes to maybe hug Hugh, there's an aggressive knock at the door. Louise gives Hugh a questioning look, who tries his best to shrug his shoulders. Louise walks over to the door and opens it, and John is standing right in the doorway. Louise tries to hide her shock and transitions to an effort of warm demeanor.
Oh, hi, John. I'm sorry. Ezra told me you were going to be stopping by, and it just totally slipped my mind. Can I...
Listen, I don't know what your deal is, but stay away from Ezra. I'm on to you. I knew you seemed off at Deja Vu. I knew it, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. So I did some research on you. Turns out you're quite unlucky, Louise. A decent amount of people you know seem to be going missing.
It's a small town. Everyone knows everyone.
I suppose that's true. Do you know a Mary Ann Eddowes?
Of course, she was my mailman. Not that we were friends or anything, but I barely knew her.
It's funny. The front of the store was the very last place she was seen. She didn't even finish her route, which was very unlike her. She didn't even go pick up her kids from elementary school later that day.
She doesn't have kids.
Seems like you knew her more than just a mailwoman. It's a shame. She's going to move, you know, to Virginia.
To retire.
2 for 2. Kind of suspicious considering your previous statement, don't you think?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're implying. And anyway, I think you should leave. Your line of questioning is making me uncomfortable, to say the least. That is, am I being questioned, detective?
No, of course you're not. I'll go. But just know I'll be here. The second you try something, I'll be here. And I'll stop you.
John walks out without saying anything else. Louise watches him leave. She waits a few seconds before ripping all of the animals off the walls. She then takes the emergency axe out of its case on the wall and starts swinging wildly at the animals now on the floor. She stops for a second and Hugh takes the opportunity.
I think you're forgetting someone.
Louise immediately goes to the back room.
Louise, I was wondering what was. Wait, what are you doing? Louise! Louise, no!
There's a loud thump and Louise walks back to the front of the store and sits on the floor beside the counter where Hugh is.
What about that John guy? Would you maybe want to add him?
No, I hate him. He's not my friend.
Scene 7. Louise is pacing back and forth in the shop. It looks poorly maintained and there is random stuff strewn about. There are still some animal pieces on the floor.
I just don't think I can do it.
What are you talking about? You've been getting him to lower his guard for, what, 5 months now? He's ready.
Sure, he may be ready, but I'm not. We've gotten really close. He seems to really care about me. I don't think I want to do this anymore.
You think he really cares about you? Fine. Then get him to accept you. All of you. Show him what you really like to do. Show him what you did to Mary Ann.
Fine. I'll show you. He really does care about me. Don't forget, he loves the animals at the museum.
Just then, there is a knock at the entrance. Louise steels herself and then goes to open the door. Ezra walks in and gives Louise a bear hug.
Hey, are you ready to watch the movie? I have snacks in my car, because you know there's no way I'm spending money at the theater. Whoa. Lou, did you get robbed or something? What happened?
Yeah, there was an accident. It's okay. It was a while ago. We're friends, right?
Obviously. Why, is something wrong?
No, I'm just really excited to show you something. Come with me.
Louise takes Ezra into the back room and shows him Mary Ann, who is on the same table. Her head is sitting separately next to her. The axe that did the deed is on the table by Mary Ann's feet.
I don't get it. Is this some kind of Halloween decoration or something? Because Halloween isn't for a long time.
No, silly. Don't you recognize her? This is Mary Ann Eddowes. I stuffed her. She's my friend. Well, she was, but she was trying to leave me. So I stuffed her. I got a little angry a few months ago and messed her up, but you should have seen her before. It was just like what you were saying about the mid-motion animals, like the dinosaurs.
Please, Louise, please tell me this is a joke.
A joke? No, this is real. I'm opening up to you, like a real friend does. I thought you were different. I thought you were going to understand me. Of course you're not. You're going to leave me, just like everyone else. No, I don't want to hurt you, but you're going to hurt me. I have to do it. I care about you. It has to be this way.
Louise picks up the axe and starts walking towards Ezra. Ezra runs to the front of the store with Louise hot on his trail. Just as Ezra is about to reach the front door, Louise whips around him, blocking his way. Ezra then runs behind the counter, looking for something to defend himself with.
Please, Louise, you don't have to do this. We could talk it out.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about it. Mary Ann tried talking me out of this, and well, you can see how well that turned out for her.
Ezra tries to run around the counter, but he is cut off by Louise once again. Now she has him cornered. As she raises her axe into the air to strike Ezra, she hesitates and freezes. At the same time, the front door slams open. It's John, who has a gun trained on Louise.
I swore if you tried anything, I'd be here.
John!
Ezra, are you okay? Did she hurt you?
Enough! What are you doing here? How did you know?
My first time here, I bugged the place. And every time Ezra went over, I listened, just to make sure. And I'm glad I did. Now put the axe down, or so help me, I'll shoot.
No! John, no! Listen to me. She needs help. She won't hurt me. Please, just talk to her.
Louise, listen to me. You've done a lot of bad things, but Ezra's right. You need to get help. I can do that. I can help you. But you need to do what I say. Please put down the axe.
Louise puts the axe on the ground and kicks it over to John.
Great. That's great, Louise. Now we...
The police. Are you going to hand me over to the police?
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't have a choice.
I see.
Louise takes a step back from Ezra. Then within a second, she whips out a knife she had hidden. She seems to stab Ezra and he gasps. John immediately shoots her in the side. Louise stumbles backwards and falls to the ground. As Ezra lunges forward to kneel next to her, it is revealed that Louise purposely missed Ezra and stabbed the wall. John is frozen in his spot. His hands begin to shake violently and he drops the gun.
I didn't... Ambulance.
John runs outside. Ezra is kneeling next to Louise, trying to hold the spot that Louise was shot.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna go to the hospital and you're gonna be just fine. And I'm gonna bring you a hot chocolate every day.
You know it would be easier to believe you if you didn't sound like you were going to burst into tears. Ezra, I think I'm scared. I think I'm scared to die.
Well, don't be. John is calling you an ambulance right now. You're going to be okay.
I think you'd better go help John. His hands are shaking so bad. I bet he can't even dial the numbers in.
Shit.
Ezra runs outside. Louise, using the last of her strength, gets up and closes the door and locks it. She then drags herself to pick up Hugh and goes to the back room and locks that too. Louise sets Hugh down on the table. She then sits down on the floor, her back against the table. The lights gradually get dimmer as Louise slowly loses consciousness.
I'm proud of you.
Marianne? You're alive? But I thought I, killed you.
I don't think you can really die more than once.
What a way to go out, huh? Guns blazing and whatnot.
Oh, shut up. Respect for the situation.
But Louise, I really am proud of you, that is. Why?
Something changed. I don't think you were capable of hurting him. You knew it was wrong now. You hesitated.
Does it matter? I was afraid. I'm still afraid.
Louise, that's what makes it even more important. The fact that you were scared, you felt alone, and you still didn't do it. Being brave isn't about being fearless. Being brave is being terrified and still doing the right thing.
It's funny. For years I've been surrounded by death, so I didn't think I was going to be afraid of it coming for me. But I'm terrified. Will you stay with me? Both of you? I'm afraid to do this alone.
Of course, sweetheart.
I mean, sure, I've got nowhere else to go now.
There is a sudden banging on the back door. Both Ezra and John are yelling Louise's name.
I hope they'll be okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The lights then completely go to black with the very distant sounds of sirens and the banging on the door just as loud. End of show.
Alrighty, I'd like to invite the writer Selena Barnes and the director Mayor Chackey. Awesome. So, do we have any questions, comments, concerns about Get Stuffed? Sure.
I was just wondering, I caught the fact that, I was curious to know if they were, it was guilt that was driving those characters, or if they were, alternate personalities in her head, what was the two, different taxiderm.
That's a great question. I thought about that while I was writing the script, and I kind of wanted it to be left to interpretation. Do you think that Hugh was a poltergeist and was actually telling Louise these things, or did Louise actually just hear voices in her head and Hugh really was just a stuffed rabbit? But yeah, I think, whatever you think makes it the most interesting and what speaks to you the strongest, then yeah, that's it.
Anything else from the audience?
What was the inspiration you have for writing the show?
I'm so glad you asked that because I was just thinking about that today. The first thing that actually came to me, I was like sitting in my bed at 2 in the morning, and I was like, wow, wouldn't it be so funny if a taxidermy store was called Get Stuffed? And then that's it. That was just the original thought, and then it all just came from that.
Anything from the audience? Do you guys have any questions for the audience?
I had a question. If anybody thought that there was like a clear-cut hero from the story, not necessarily Louise, like anybody in it. Yeah, yes or no. Nod your head, shake your head, whatever feels right.
Anything else from you guys?
And then this can also be a nod your head question. Did you feel that Louise deserved to die in the end? No. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. Our last show is called True Love, written by Maya Sika, directed by Jocelyn Castillo, and stage managed by Kirsten Keating.
Prologue.
Hi, my name is Maddie. This is my twin sister, Lindsay.
Hi.
We have a huge secret that no one knows about. By day, we're normal high school students, but at night, we rock as the Chicken Girls. It's hard to keep the pressure of both worlds separate. I have a crush on this kid named Kyle. I want to end up with him, but I can't even talk to him without the help from my friends and sister. Being part of a famous girl group is not just an ordinary extracurricular.
Scene 1. At school, Maddie and Lindsay's friend Mackenzie meet them before first period.
Hey guys, guess what?
Ugh, what? You finally talked to that kid in your math class?
No, the teacher put us in separate groups. But you guys have an assembly at school today.
Maddie and Lindsay look at each other in silence.
Let me finish. This finally gives us a chance to perform your new song, Birds of a Feather.
No way.
Way. I arranged it with the headmaster and everything. Well, the manager of the Chicken Girls did.
Mackenzie and Lindsay start getting excited. Maddie puts her hand up.
Wait, who's gonna play TK?
You will be excited. It's your crush, Kyle.
What?
Maddie grabs Lindsay and Mackenzie's hands and brings them to an empty classroom.
You asked Kyle? Does he even know the part?
Of course. I taught him.
Maddie starts hyperventilating.
Maddie, calm down. It's okay.
Wait, why Kyle? Where's Jake? He usually plays TK.
He went out of town last minute for a family emergency. I couldn't cancel, so I found Kyle.
You asked him for a reason. There's other guys at this school. Why him?
Maddie, you have been talking about him for like 4 weeks now. We thought this would help you.
We?
Mackenzie looks over at Lindsay, and so does Maddie. Lindsay quickly turns her head away from their conversation.
Oh, hey guys. Don't these costumes feel a little itchy?
Lindsay, you were in on it? Why do you keep things from me? You're my sister.
Sorry, Maddie. I wanted to help you.
It's fine, but this might ruin my chances with him.
Kyle comes behind Maddie and addresses them.
Hey girls.
Maddie nervously turns around.
Oh, hey.
I'm so excited to perform with you guys. Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Girls, we have to finish setting up. The rest of the school will be here in a few minutes.
Let's go, Chicken Girls!
Ready to bring this place down?
Yeah!
A few minutes later, Maddie peeks out of the curtain.
Lindsay, get in position. They're gonna see you.
Oh, right. Sorry, I spaced out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Chicken Girls!
Blackout. After the assembly, Maddie gets changed back into her normal clothes and heads out the back door. Kyle is waiting for Maddie there.
Hey, come with me. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
Me too.
You go first.
No, you go first. It's fine. I can wait.
So, I wanted to ask you to be my girlfriend, but I was nervous.
Why?
Well, because you're the most beautiful girl in the junior grade. Every guy wants to ask you out. I'm just happy I got my chance.
That's so sweet. Of course, I'd love to go on a date with you.
Well, if you wanted to, I was wondering if you wanted to come over to my place for dinner.
With your parents? Isn't that moving a little quick?
They're gone for the weekend, so I have the place all to myself. Is that cool?
Oh, sure.
Are your parents okay with it?
Yeah.
Great. So how does 9 o'clock sound?
Perfect.
Okay. See you then.
See you then. Bye, Kyle.
Scene 2. Maddie rings doorbell and Kyle opens the front door.
Hey, you made it.
Yeah, it was a little tricky, but I'm here.
Well, come on in.
Kyle gestures Maddie into the house.
Would you like anything to drink?
Well, I'm driving home later and I don't think I should be drinking alcohol.
Maddie, I was asking if you want water or something.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll take a water.
Kyle goes to the fridge to get a water bottle.
So, do you have any special talents?
Well, I sing, but I only usually sing at small gatherings.
No. Have you ever thought about performing in front of bigger audiences?
Actually, Kyle, I am in a group, and our group does this professionally. We're the Chicken Girls. We try to keep that part of our lives super low-key.
What? Why don't you tell anyone?
Because we need some part of our life to be normal, and that part is school. It doesn't freak you out?
No way! That's so cool.
Maddie sighs of relief.
Wait, so does Mackenzie do this often, like you and Lindsay?
No, she just helps out in smaller performances, like school, and she helps manage us. She gets stage fright. But Lindsay and I have been doing this professionally since I was probably 10 or 11.
Wow, that's pretty great. You're pretty great.
Maddie starts to blush.
Well, I hope you like chicken parm, because I make a pretty mean dish.
I can't wait to try it.
Scene 3. The next day in homeroom, Maddie saw out of the corner of her eye Kyle admiring her from the other side of the room. Kyle comes over to Maddie.
Hey, Maddie.
Hi, Kyle.
Are you free this weekend?
Yeah.
I was wondering if you wanted to spend the night at my house.
Maddie gives Lindsay a look as if she was asking for her approval, and she gives her a look that says, do what you want.
Well, my parents haven't really met you yet, so how about you come to my concert and you can meet them so they can feel more comfortable about it.
Okay.
Kyle finds Maddie's mom in the VIP section.
Hi, Mrs. Baker.
Oh, I know who you are. Maddie's already told me so much about you.
Maddie finds her mom outside the dressing room.
Honey, you were right. Kyle's eyes do sparkle like the ocean.
Mom, please stop. Oh, I think Lindsay needs your help. I think her earring got stuck on her dress while she was taking it off.
Come on, this happened the past 3 nights.
Mom exits.
Hey, I'm sorry about my mom. I don't even know what she was talking about.
Nah, it's cool. So, which ocean do my eyes shine like?
Don't bring that up again. And to answer your question, it's the Pacific.
Maddie's phone rings.
Hello?
Hey, it's your mom. You can stay over at Kyle's tonight.
Mom, I know it's you. It's called caller ID.
Okay, I was just making sure. Go have fun, brush your teeth, wear protection.
Mom!
Maddie hangs up. Scene 4. At school the next day.
Hey, are you okay? You left kind of suddenly yesterday.
Hey, yeah, I'm not mad at you or anything, but why didn't you have something?
What? Oh, is that what you wanted?
I asked you a question first.
Well, I asked you a question second, so...
You are so annoying.
Well, I wasn't planning to hook up with you on the first night, so I didn't have any. Why didn't you have one?
Yeah, 'cause I definitely have one on me at all times. Well, I wasn't thinking we would have sex either.
Okay, that's settled then.
Okay, good.
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 Good talk, boo.
Never say that again, please.
Make me.
Kyle and Maddie lean in for a kiss.
Okay, out of sight, out of mind. I gotta go, I love you.
Maddie, taken off guard by saying the L word for the first time, responded back to Kyle saying,
Love you more.
Scene 5. A couple of weeks later, Paige, who was Kyle's ex-girlfriend, walks into the library. Maddie!
Paige? Kyle, what is she doing here?
I don't know. We're in the library, so maybe she saw us together.
Don't play dumb with me, you two. You know Kyle only dumped me to be with you. What qualities do you have that I don't?
Maddie, you have to tell her.
No, that's private.
What's private? Go on, Maddie Baker. Tell us your secret. Maddie runs away.
Thanks, Paige. You ruined everything. Just leave. You're just humiliating yourself.
Social worker Miss April sees Maddie crying in the hallway in front of her locker.
Maddie, are you okay? What's wrong?
It's Paige. Kyle's ex. She just humiliated me in front of everyone.
How did she humiliate you?
Maddie stood there in silence, trying to articulate what to say to Miss April. Either tell her her secret or make up a lie.
Honey, you can talk to me. It's okay.
Well, let's just say I'm not who everyone thinks I am, and she wants to use that against me to get Kyle back.
Maddie, I'm sorry this is happening to you. I know you're not telling me the full truth. You know that you should embrace who you are, regardless of other people. But you can't let her bring you down. Kyle chose you, right? So think of that.
I know, but she won't leave me alone. I haven't done anything to her.
She's probably still grieving from the breakup and unfortunately is taking it out on you. If this happens again, please let me know.
Thank you for the good advice, Miss April.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Lights out. Scene 6. Kyle takes Maddie to a nice Italian restaurant in town. After the main course, the waiter brings over the dessert with the ring, and the ring is on the cheesecake. Kyle tells Maddie to cover her eyes so she does not open them.
Maddie, I know I'm only 18, but from the first time I saw you perform and laid eyes on you, I knew you were the woman for me. And I can't imagine spending the rest of my life with anyone else. Will you make me the happiest man in the world and marry me?
Yes! Oh my God, yes! 1,000 times yes!
Lindsay jumps out from behind a plant.
Congratulations, Maddie. I knew it the whole time.
What? Where did you come from? You knew? Why did you keep this from me?
Well, I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise.
Well, now you're going to be happy when I tell you who my maid of honor is.
Isn't that girl from 3rd period bio class that helped you go to the nurse when you fainted?
No, silly. It's my favorite twin sister, you.
I'm your only twin sister, but yay!
Scene 7. Maddie, Lindsay, Mackenzie, and Mom get ready before the wedding.
You still have the option for my dress for my wedding.
Mom, it's my wedding, my dress.
But please, for your dear mother, I bought this dress in 1986 at Macy's before the big sleeves trend was going out. I bought it on sale.
Mom, I didn't spend $2,500 on a wedding dress just to change my mind.
Sorry, Mom. Well, if you do change your mind, you let me know. Hey, Linz, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
Don't you think this wedding is moving a bit too fast?
Mom, please.
Mom, she really loves him. And it's true love, and you know you shouldn't get in the way of true love.
Well, at 17, I was in love with Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols, but I didn't end up marrying him.
Do you honestly think that Kyle would love this wedding dress? A pig makes it look better than you.
Everyone turns around to see Paige standing there.
What the hell are you doing here?
Don't you have better things to do?
I was just strolling through town when I saw on Snapchat that you were getting ready for the big day, and I had to come by to congratulate the lucky bride.
No one wants your congratulations. Now get out.
Okay, but just to let you know, I dated Kyle for years, and I know him. He's going to leave you at the altar.
I'll take my chances.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Paige leaves. Maddie goes and puts the dress on.
Wow, you look stunning.
Thank you, baby sister. It does feel a little tighter now, though.
Hey, I'm only a baby by like 7 minutes. And Maddie, we got this dress altered a month ago. Are you pregnant or something?
Maybe it's all the sweets. Thank you for being part of my special day. I love you so much.
Hey, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
The wedding starts. Kyle is at the front of the church with the bridal party waiting for Maddie to enter. Maddie comes down the aisle with her father.
Thank you all for being here today to witness the union of Kyle and Maddie. If anyone objects to this matrimony, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Paige bursts through the door.
Hello, everyone! Isn't this such a beautiful ceremony for my ex-boyfriend and his slutty new wife? I've been waiting for this since they started dating like months ago. Yeah, that's right, I said months.
Kyle runs down the aisle to Paige.
You have to leave. Now! This isn't the time.
No, the party's just getting started. Oops.
Paige spills a full bottle of red wine on Maddie. There's a huge red stain on Maddie's dress. Maddie runs out of the church crying. Kyle runs out after Maddie.
Do you have any shame?
Kyle was just gonna run out anyway, so I was just saving her the trouble.
That is the way that you think. I have seen them together, and I have never seen a couple more in love than them. If you had any kindness in your heart, you would understand.
I checked in on Maddie. Kyle's handling it.
Turns to Paige.
I think it may be best if you leave.
No problem. I was on my way out anyways.
Paige leaves. Kyle finds Maddie crying on the church steps.
Maddie.
I can't believe this happened. On my wedding day. It was supposed to be perfect, and now it's all ruined because of her.
I'm so sorry this happened. Oh, this is all my fault. If it wasn't for my crazy ex-girlfriend, none of this would have happened. I'm such an idiot.
I know it's not your fault. Paige couldn't handle it.
You are the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. Literally, we were about to pledge our love for each other like 10 minutes ago.
But what about my dress? My makeup?
Mom and Lindsay enter.
So, remember when I said I told you so? Well, I told you so. As a wedding gift, not that I didn't spend so much money on your special day, you can wear my dress. I know it's not your special $2,500 dress, but I know it doesn't have a huge wine stain on it.
Actually, it's perfect. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Maid of honor to the rescue. Let's go get your makeup all cleaned up.
Scene 8. At the hospital, Maddie's family and friends were in the waiting room when they heard the news.
Babe, I can't believe how beautiful our daughter is.
Me neither.
A knock at the door.
I'll get it.
Lindsay and parents enter.
Mads, she is beautiful. Look at my granddaughter. What are you guys gonna name her?
Allie. Our little girl, Allie.
Oh, I love it.
Mackenzie enters the hospital room.
Oh my goodness. Let me see how precious she is. Can I hold her?
Sure.
Another knock at the door. Miss April comes by to congratulate Kyle and Maddie on the baby and bring a gift.
Oh, congratulations on the baby. I knew you two would make wonderful parents.
Epilogue.
And that's my story. Kyle and I moved to a new house, had another child, and another one on the way. We're very happy with the way everything turned out. I went back into singing and continued my career. The Chicken Girls had a world tour. Kyle stayed home with the kids most of the time, but they came along on the last leg of the tour to see us. High school seems so long ago, but if it's true love, then what can go wrong?
End of show. Alrighty, I'd like to welcome the writer, Maya Sika, and the director, Jocelyn Castillo. Anyone from the audience have any questions, comments, concerns about True Love? No? Do you guys have any questions for the audience? No? All right. Thank you guys very much. Let's another round for True Love. Alrighty, so that concludes round 1 of TheatreFest. Let's have another round of applause for all of our shows. Sure. Don't forget to sign out with Geraldine Jones outside with your QR code, and we'll see you back for round 2. Thank you guys. Good night.